Hey, what's up guys? JP here with J.P.BBQ. Welcome back to my channel. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Finally got the Lone Star Grill uncrated and put into position. It's time to get it seasoned up, light a fire under it, and see how it performs. You guys stay tuned and I'll show you how we do it. The instructions say that you should season your grill or you season your smoker before you start using it on a regular basis, and they recommend using some kind of cooking oil. This is probably the easiest thing you can get because it's a spray on. You shake it, you spray, and you spray the entire inside of it. I watched another video, and the video said that he sprayed the inside and outside, but the instructions don't say that. I'm pretty good with reading the instructions, and the instructions only say the inside, and it don't make no sense to spray the outside. But anyway, that's a whole different story. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to season this bad boy, spray this PAM on the inside of the doors, on the inside of the chamber, inside the firebox, over here on top of the griddle, under the griddle door, you can call it, and get a little chimney started. The other thing that they say is don't raise the temperature above, I think it was 250 degrees, because they put 3 coats of high heat resistant paint on it. But if you raise the temperature too fast before that paint has had time to cure, it'll just crinkle up on you, get all wrinkled, and it ain't gonna look good. So they recommend not going above 250 degrees during the seasoning process, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to keep that temperature nice and controlled. And the other thing I'm going to do is put some temp probes in it and monitor the temperature on the inside of the chamber and see what kind of temps I get. It also comes with tuning plates. They gave me 3 of these. They call them tuning plates, but all it is a big ass, sorry for my language, a big old piece of steel. May not be 1/4 inch steel, but it's pretty thick. Maybe a little bit smaller than 1/4. But the tuning plates, what they do is they regulate the temperature on both sides of the chamber. So if you're running the tuning plates and you got them placed the way they say, which they say put one all the way up against the firebox, the first gap is roughly like 1/4 of an inch, and then every one after that you double the space, and that should give you roughly even temp all the way around the chamber. But we'll see. This is a learning process for me. We're gonna give it a try, see what happens, and it's time to get to spraying. And you probably don't want to watch me do this, so I'll pause the video here. When it's all done, I'll bring you back. Alright, just got the inside chamber sprayed up with PAM. It took about, a whole one of these and a half. So, all that, I bought 6 of them. I didn't know how much it was going to take. But the other thing I did read in the instructions was you want to keep it seasoned up, no different than you would a cast iron skillet. So I have a griddle that I use, and I keep it seasoned up. After every use, I apply some cooking oil on it, and what you're trying to do is keep the rust from building up. The rust is the killer of these machines. If you keep your smoker seasoned, it'll last you a very, very long time. No different than a cast iron skillet would. But let me do the firebox. That's all that's left, and then I'll start a fire. Got it all sprayed down with cooking oil, guys, and I about forgot about the Grillz, and so I sprayed them down. I went through 4 cans of PAM, so got all them bad boys oiled up. Firebox is sprayed down also, and the only thing left to do is light a fire and monitor the temperature, make sure you don't get above 250. Let's go ahead and do that. So I just want to show you my setup. Let me open this door a little bit. This is probably as far as I can go with this one probe because the port's over here in the corner and my cable's just not long enough. So I'm gonna try to get it over there as far as I can. Here's my other one. I got second. There's a third one right there, and then the fourth one. So I'm going to be monitoring all four corners as best I can. And I got the tuning plate set up, the way they suggested. One all the way to the end of the firebox, and then first gap is 1/4 of an inch, and then just double it, for every tuning plate that you got. But let's close this door up, get the fire started, see what happens. I'm only going to use like half a chimney of charcoal, and I'm going to be using one of these Royal Oak fire starters. I'm not crazy about these because they just make too much smoke, for me. I really like the Weber ones, but it's what I got. We're going to get that little fire started. I don't know if you guys can see that. And we'll put this in here and let that get rolling, and then we'll just pour it out in there. Gonna be running the top vents wide open. They recommend running them wide open and controlling the temperature with the bottom of the firebox. So here we go, guys. Fire is lit. These charcoals are lit up. Let me get them dumped in there. Alright, that is a little awkward. But I think it's just a matter of getting used to. I think one thing I'm going to have to get is maybe an ash pan down in here. I didn't even think about that. But I'm going to put this log right here, let it dry a little bit, and use it to continue the curing process. But let me close this door and get it set up, start to warm up. There we go. And all we're gonna do is keep this door open, maybe like 1/4 of an inch, and we'll monitor the temperature from there, see what happens. Well, there's where the temperature has gotten so far, is at about 210. It's been holding kind of steady. This tell true, I think it's just it's a matter of getting used to it. It's been slowly rising. I'm not sure if it needs calibrating or not. I wouldn't think it needs. It's brand new, right? From the store, but maybe it does. It's got a little knob there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a little Allen wrench looking thing there. So maybe adjusting that. I got to read up on it first. So, but that's probably to help calibrate the analog needle, to the exact temperature. But it's climbed up to a little bit above 200, maybe close to 225. My digital one. See if you guys can see it, and I'll show you on the phone as well on the app. Port 1 was 286, 3 is 268, 4 228. So it's been, once it gets a little bit higher, I think maybe playing with the tuning plates or something. But there's quite a bit of difference there in regards to the temperature. There we go. 288, 232, 270, back to 228. The high numbers are probably over on the left side, and the low numbers are on the right side. Based on the information I gather from working with the tuning plates. Or I could be wrong. It could be the other way around. I don't remember where I put number 1 at, but I'll figure it out. Tomorrow I'm gonna. I gotta go get me an 1.25 inch ball valve for a drain. I'm gonna fill it up with water and see if maybe that helps a little bit better with controlling the temperature, and see how we go. It's a learning process. Anytime you go, upgrade from small little smokers to a beast like this, it's going to take some practice and getting used to it and working the kinks out of it and see how it all does. But besides that, guys, that's my smoker. Okay, I'm looking forward for a lot of smokes up in the near future. Once I get this bad boy down packed, I'll be ready to go. Okay, but I like it so far. Today's been a busy day. Getting it uncrated was a hassle. I think getting everything set up over here on this side of the house, was another hassle. If you get you one of these, invite you some friends over and have a little party and get it set up, because it is quite a bit of a chore. But besides that, guys, I'm having a good time playing with my new smoker, and I'm gonna let you guys go right here. I appreciate all my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed and you like what I'm doing here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button over there on the side. Give it a thumbs up. Feel free to share it with your friends and your family, and of course, write some comments down below. I try to read them all, as much as possible, and comment. I comment, back to you. But I appreciate every single one of you guys. Thanks for watching my videos, and I will see you on the next cookout. Take care.